Sorry, but that was over the limit. What can I say? People... Yes, that's right. Warning. Mothers and fathers, children, keep children out of the room while watching this. Or any of the kids, even babies, you name it. Just keep them out of the same room, okay? I don't want any swearing or any inappropriate things to be heard from me as a kid, because this would be inappropriate. This is a warning to all the people about something I'm going to mention. And it's about sex. Yes. People saying that you're to get a life. Now, the bit I don't get is you're already alive, which wouldn't make any sense anyway. And this is what they're saying. First of all, you can't have sex, and they throw abuse and say you can't have sex. Look, man, and they say you haven't got a dick the size of this guy or this guy. What? Do I really need sex in my life? I mean, I know I got a girlfriend and all, but think about it. I do have condoms, just in case. But the thing is, you know, why would you want a girlfriend anyway to have sex with when all you're going to do later on is argue even more to your girlfriend when you're living with them and having a kid and making more responsibility jokes? Yeah, even though you really have to make responsibility seriously. And yeah, you'd have to get rid of your pet, you'd have to move on with your life, and then you'd have to, like, let the kids into your life, and then you go, this isn't right. My little hate on this is, if you don't like what you see or what you do, well, you shouldn't really be thinking this. But the reason why I say that kids should be out of this room is because they know what I'm going to say. Dick. Now, I know you people think, well, it's a private part. You know, the little things that I call sacks, you know, because even though they're actually part of your dick, but not exactly your dick, I like to say sacks. Now, I'm not talking dick as in Richard. That's the reason why I didn't want to bring it up. So that's why I wanted kids out of the room, and I did sit for supervised parents on that off. Sorry, I know I'm messing around with my hands. I'm trying to move myself a bit. But my own opinion is this. Try not to troll people's videos if you can't help it. I mean, the thing is, when you pay no attention and people say, oh, this guy has no life, you know, he's what, Sonic the Hedgehog game, oh, he's a prick, he's a... You know, you get that a lot, especially if you live in Brim Farm or Twig and Oddie Place in Brimhow. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I gotta say that. Yeah, they bastards up there. They really are drugged, you know, they really are weeds, you know, up there. Or druggies, as you call them. Yeah, and they jabs as well, and they just like, ooh, this guy, you know, he needs to go out, you know, I'm my uncle, and he's like, my Uncle Paul, the one that's still around, but he's divorced my auntie. And he says to me, you should grow out of movies, of kid shows that were your childhood. I mean, what's up with that? I mean, it's just your childhood. I mean, Lion King is people, adults like Lion King, adults like Herbie, and adults like Cars, and, you know, Toy Story, you name it. I like all those Disney cartoons. All those Disney cartoons are my classic. I like Kung Fu Panda, yeah, it's 3D pixelated for kids. Power Rangers, all these other shows, right? Why can't I like these shows? I mean, I know some of them aren't my childhood, they are brought into today. Like the new generation of Power Ranger Samurai. But just because I like Power Rangers still doesn't mean you have to grow out of it. Take sex, for example. Really, these guys just talk about sex non-stop. The obsession with sex is, oh, a good sex video will sort that problem out. I don't like these idiots who say, oh, but by the way, you should grow out of this because they make you a paedophile. The thing is, they're just fictional characters. Take one of my, well, take a look at one of my films. You know, one of my, well, take a look, or I don't know if they do it on the internet, but it's like a clips from Aristocats, and they got like Marie on there, and she's like one of my favourite characters in it, because, you know, I like a lot of female cats, as you know. Yeah, I'm not a paedophile just because I like female cats, you know. I mean, they're just fictional characters. They're not real. They're just animated. If they were real, and I'm not saying this, but if they were real, that would be inappropriate, yes. And if they were human, that would be another thing. So no, I don't look at it as a disgusting, horrible, humorous thing. And I don't have sex with these animals. They're just puppets. I mean, God's sake, you people just think, oh, he just has sex with a plastic doll because he doesn't get a life. No. The reason I think a lot of people don't like, and I be honest, and I be very, very, very honest with you. The reason you don't like my videos is because you're jealous. You know I can put videos up as much as anyone. And another thing, if haters come onto these videos, I will start ignoring them, and I don't care if I get the phone down, I'll still ignore them, and I just think they're foolish. The fact I don't like people hating on certain things, but I try not to let it get me, you know. Best thing for me to do is ignore them. Yeah, even when they call you out the names, oh, look at him, he's shaky this, he's shaky that, or he's on drugs, you know. And this is some horrible things in the past, you know. I should really ignore people when they like that, because they don't realise that you were born that way, and they don't know, or at least in my aspects of, you know, the way I look at my life. Yeah, sure, I may be a bit childish, sure I might have humour, I may be humorous sometimes, or maybe I just can't sing properly because I keep missing up some of the words, but I try not to let myself down, you know, try not to be a fool. I'd be like, oh, I missed some words today, I didn't know that, so let me know and I'll get back to you. And I was like, you know, just singing away because I like singing a lot, you know. Yeah, pretty much. Hate it when people say you need to have sex in your life, you need to get rid of all this and that, you need to be a sex god, you need to be a rich person. What the WTF is going on here? Yeah, exactly, that's what I was getting at. Just because you're a kid and you grew into all the things, ignore what your parents tell you, you know, because one of these days you're going to make a fortune with what you get. So when people tell you, oh, I know, let's say Mr. Bean, I haven't grown out to Mr. Bean, you know, because I think him humorous. Blackadder, humorous. On all these other shows, you know, I do watch violent movies. I gotta be fair with live action movies, they do great sometimes. Like Resident Evil and Blade and the movies. I'm not keen on the series of Blade though, because I find that Wesley Snipes was the best Blade for my opinion, and I think he did a better job than this new actor who replaced him and made a series of it afterwards. And I was like, oh, you know what, Rose? I'm not kidding. I'm gonna say this now. Wesley Snipes had better hairstyle. He looked more like Blade. If you watched the Marvel comic Spider-Man and it had Blade on it, it had like a crossover with Blade, you realise he looks exactly like that character. Except his hair had a bit of detail in it, yes, because he was Wesley Snipes. He had like tattoos and all this and that, but that's what made him Wesley Snipes. That's what made him Blade, and that's what made Blade the movie. They shouldn't have got rid of Wesley Snipes. They should have made another sequel to Blade with Wesley Snipes. They should have made a fourth sequel. And they should have made a fifth sequel, which would have been a good film. They said, oh, this is the last time he's ever going to be in the film. And I thought that's kind of sad, because this new actor takes over and they couldn't even think of having him in the series. Yeah, I know. Shouldn't talk too much about it. But anyway, if you don't like Blade, or my computer's just done that silly thing again. Well, it's just knocking itself down again without my permission. Oh, I hate that when the computer does that. It shouldn't be shutting itself off. That's another rant I'm going to bring up. My computer keeps shutting off because it keeps updating the internet, or updating the computer for no stupid reason, when my computer doesn't need to be updated. That's another hate I don't like about my computer. I was about to upload my videos as well, and my computer keeps crashing, so they keep updating it, and they keep updating for stupid reasons, when you know that you need to reboot your console, your computer. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here now, because the video that you're about to see, yes, what I said about, you know, having the old dick thing, and you know, your dick isn't big or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure that if it was big enough, some woman will snap it for you, and you wouldn't even have a life afterwards. So yeah, they'll just teach you a lesson about sex, won't it? You shavs, you know, jobs, is it? Shavs, jobs, I can't say it. Shavs anyway, with a CH, you know. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of disgusting. So yeah, if you ever hear of my computer breaking down, it's probably because it's updating all the time. It's fooling around with my computer. It shouldn't even be doing that, and it's really stupid. You know, playing up like, yeah. So I'll see you around in the next video, and we will be talking probably about how things are going to turn out for my video in future. You should watch some great bloke, and yeah, you should really ignore people when they hate on your videos. I'm gonna leave it here because I believe my computer crashed again, and by the look of it, the internet crashed. So there's some stupid servers and stuff keep coming up on my computer. So yeah, I'm going to, I don't know why this is, because they shouldn't really mess with your computer. And yeah, leave it there now. So sayonara, and see you in the next vid, or if I do that.